Hey everybody, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil, and it's time to talk Fringe. I'm still reeling from last episode, guys. Major questions dropped on us during the episode called Bound. Agent Loeb, just before he admitted to killing these two epidemiologists, basically went off on Olivia telling us that there are two sides and that they were trying to save Olivia, not kill her. Just so many questions. Who's the other side? If Loeb and Jones and the dead agent Scott were all on one side, is Massive Dynamic the other, or is it something even more nefarious than that? I don't know. There's not enough information yet. My mind is racing with the possibilities. To top it all off, Fringe Division is being investigated by this agent with a vendetta because Olivia tried putting him away for sexual harassment years ago. She may have been left with her sister may have abandoned her niece with her. I hope that's not the case, but that's really the vibe I was getting at the end of the last episode. It feels like there's a crap load of stuff going on in Olivia's life right now, and the case of the week vibe is gone out the window. But we still throughout all the craziness of last episode, perhaps the least crazy thing in the world of Fringe and Fringe science is somebody had supersized the common cold cell to something the size of a deflated football that would literally suffocate you from within. It was so large. Whatever. We're so used to crazy already on this show. We're only 11 episodes in. I think a fun title for last episode, if it wasn't so central to the main through-line plot, would have been something along the lines of A Killer Cold. But the reason I bring that up is because there's another episode title for this episode that has me wondering. Like, normally, if you title an episode The No-Brainer, it's about a super easy decision that somebody has to, quote, make that, shouldn't take any thought whatsoever. But with this show, I immediately assume it's a more literal definition of a title, and we're going to find something that's stealing brains, or I don't know. But I think literally there will be people with no brains. They will be no-brainers, or I don't know. This show makes me anxious with speculation. I just need to watch. I calm down when I'm actually being fed information as opposed to when I'm asking myself all these questions that don't have answers yet because I don't have the facts in front of me, or I don't see the facts, even though, who knows? Maybe they've been seeded since the beginning. I've given up even looking for I know I'm supposed to be looking for the observer at all times. My mind's going 60 miles an hour focusing on the plot, never mind trying to find some guy who's basically a glorified extra most of the time. Okay, let's jump into it. Episode 12, Season 1, Fringe, The No-Brainer. Don't click on a pop-up ad. Come on, dude, you know better than that. You're really smart. You're good at math. Oh, this feels like the start of The Ring or something. What? What? Is that just how he's seeing it, or is that actually happening? What? Okay, maybe we just get a weird thing of the week episode. Oh. Brain freeze.
That scared me.
Me too.
Your turn.
Okay.
When you said you brushed your teeth, did you
Oh.
also completely dry your toothbrush?
Oh, thank.
Brush.
Okay, Sis has not yet run away. Thank God.
He claimed that males tried to spread their genes by having sex constantly. However, the females with limited eggs were more selective in their attempts to find genetically superior males. Thoughts, Peter?
Coroner's on his way with a body.
You know, this is the part of the day that I look forward to most. And I know there's something bizarre out there. I just don't know what it is. Like a grab bag of disturbing events, don't you think? Yeah.
Oh. What was in the letter?
Any pre-existing medical conditions?
Asthma. I blame it for all the time he spends on the computer.
Was he on the computer last night?
We're going to do everything we can to find out what happened to your son.
By drilling into his brain.
All I know for sure is that his brain matter has been completely liquefied. How?
Oh.
First thought is an
So he's got no
extremely
brain.
virulent form of syphilis.
He's a no-brainer.
You're saying that his brain could have been cooked by an STD?
Well, if he got this from a
Ew.
pill or some kind of drug that he was experimenting with, there may be a record of that on his computer.
Be sure to check his floppy disks as well.
Floppy disks are a little outdated. Why don't you focus on what you do best? All yours. Liquid brains.
Yeah. No more 5 1/4s out
I'll
there.
get the bone saw.
Luke Dempsey?
I was just IMing with Greg last night. He stopped answering. I figured he fell asleep.
How do the two of you know each other?
Our dads worked together when we were kids.
Can you think of anyone who may have wanted to hurt Greg?
You think somebody killed him?
Do you?
Just got a call about another body.
Same MO, presumably.
General manager of this dealership was found dead by an employee.
Appears he died the same way as the teenager in Springfield.
When was the last time you saw him alive?
Last night. There's a bar we go to sometimes.
And is there anyone you can think of that would want to hurt him?
Anton, no. No way. He's solid.
Can I take your card in case I need to ask you some more questions?
Yeah, sure. And if you're ever interested in a new vehicle, we have next year's models in, so
Can't stop himself.
now you are judging me.
A little bit. Always be selling.
They're fried, just like the kids.
Well, that can't be a coincidence.
And from what I was able to pull so far, it looks like both the computers downloaded a huge file, 657 megabytes each, right
Oh
before
my God,
the
that's
crash.
massive.
Where'd the file come from?
To figure that out, I need another
Well,
couple
full-length
days to access
reactions
the
are like-
ISP servers.
And it's time that we don't have.
15 times that size.
Who
Oh,
would have that number?
they have a landline.
Hello? There's nobody here by that name. Yes, I'm sure. So I think you got the wrong number. I got a guy who could help us.
Who?
You
A
really
guy.
want to know?
Good point.
I think I might know who was just on the phone.
Okay, we're gonna find out about the letter. Not just yet. Is this Peter's past catching up to him?
I come bearing gifts.
You've kept it. You could have sold this for a fortune.
Both of these drives downloaded the same program. I want to know what it is and where it came from.
It's gonna take a while, and when we go back to find him, he's gonna have his brain erased.
Come on, Dunham. This case clearly falls under the jurisdiction of the CDC. This looks like yet another excuse to justify the allocation of FBI resources to what's arguably become a rogue division. I have news for you, Agent Dunham. I'm here to remedy that.
Why are you talking to the agent?
consider
Wouldn't you be
myself
talking to Broyles about this?
This thing must have been insanely complex. Integrated video, audio.
Is that even possible?
Whoever sent this is trying very hard to cover their tracks. This program's being downloaded right now, real time.
Then that's the next target.
Neighborhood in Brighton, here in Boston. There. That's where it's going.
Oh my God.
Do we recognize that address?
Your apartment.
Oh, crap. That feels targeted then. But what is the connection between the previous two victims then? Like, and if it's only targeted at one person at a time, wouldn't they know Olivia's not at her apartment? She's not downloading it. Is her sister? No, her sister's making mashed potatoes. No, don't do it. Don't click on pop-up windows. Number one rule about the internet.
Ella, everything's gonna be okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
Turned
Can you
itself
check out the
off.
back? Ella, what's wrong?
Nothing is wrong, Olivia. She's just playing her game, right, Al?
Ella. Ella?
Aunt Liv?
I don't know. I can't explain it. It was like nothing I'd ever seen before.
Images.
Yeah. And they affected Ella in some way. Like she was hypnotized.
It's like Room 23 in Lost. But it turned itself off.
Maybe you could talk to your sister. She could give me the weekend off.
My sister's not really the weekend off type. That was always more me.
Oh?
There's a hand coming out of the computer.
What kind of hand, Ella?
Chloe. Scary. It really happened.
How?
It's still watching.
I don't know. I was playing with my game and I saw this hand.
Which game was it?
My ponies?
I don't want you to go on that site anymore, okay?
Frank Sabaka!
That's right, sweetheart. I'm the one you're looking for. Who's there?
It's just me, Dad.
Hey, Luke.
Oh. So there's our connection to the first victim.
I went by your place. Mail's all piled up. Miss Greeley said you haven't been home in over a week.
She should mind her own business.
What is it that you're working on?
I think it's gonna impress a lot of people.
So what's his connection to the car dealer, the manager at the dealership? And why would he want to kill his son's friend?
You think he was spying on you?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he was trying to scare me. He knows about the investigation, and this is his sick way of telling me to back off.
Why are they killing? Have you found any connection between the victims?
Not yet.
Hey, Dow Jones, are you alive in there? Mark?
Mark's dead.
All these people, and they don't have a clue how crazy it all really is.
Did they go to to Boston for some exteriors?
This one outside Chicago, this one's a day trader.
It's happened again. Well, send me everything you can on the victim.
Will do.
Is that? Who's that? What and what's in the letter? Mom?
Are you Jessica Warren?
No.
Yes.
I'm Peter Bishop.
I know.
And I can understand, of course, why you would want to see my father. But it's not the right time.
But I know exactly how long it's been.
I'm sure you do. I wish this weren't the case, but nothing will bring your daughter back. Not even talking to my father.
I need to see him.
We know Walter was going to be tried for manslaughter if he wasn't found incapable. Whose manslaughter exactly? Maybe the daughter's?
She's the mother of the lab assistant that was killed in the fire here almost 20 years ago. Does Walter know that she wants to see him?
Of course Walter doesn't know. He couldn't handle it.
I see.
What's your point?
That you underestimate him. Your father, and you shouldn't. Any information on his next of kin?
It's sad, actually. He just got married last year to a Miriam Dempsey. I have her number here if you want it.
Did you say
He's the
Dempsey?
new.
I interviewed
He's the
Luke
new
Dempsey
husband.
this morning.
Maybe Luke is a killer.
It's possible, but their fathers worked together.
Is everything all right? I heard you and Agent Dunn. From the tone, it sounded like you were having an argument.
I tried to expense a couple Celtic tickets on the FBI. She got me.
Oh, I see. I hope she doesn't notice the $2,000 for the baboon seminal fluid I ordered.
I need you to get to Brian Dempsey's house. Luke's father. I think he's our guy.
He hasn't been there in a week.
Donna, where's our suspect?
There was no sign of him at home. We picked up his son from work.
What's your plan?
I think that Luke suspects there's something wrong with his father. If we go in heavy-handed, then he could shut down or call a lawyer, and then he won't tell us anything.
Find his pressure points. Put your little hands around him and squeeze. That's an order.
What a dick. All around
Every
dick.
time that guy opens his mouth, I like him more and more.
Can we slip him like one of the cold eggs?
Where's your father?
No idea. People don't understand him.
When did you see him last?
A few weeks ago.
Do you know what happened to your stepfather?
You want to cover it up now?
No! I want a lawyer. Don't I get a lawyer?
Yeah, they pushed him too hard. Because Harris is an idiot.
Do me a favor. Wait 5 minutes, then release him.
What about Harris?
Screw him.
What did I miss?
Just trust me.
We're gonna follow him. He's gonna go see his son, see his dad. So we just follow him, right?
Oh, come on. He cannot possibly be that stupid.
He's 19.
Yeah.
Good point.
Why do you even need to follow the cap? You have the address. Why would you risk being right on the cab's ass?
You are not going in there alone.
Just stay here and watch the entrance.
Will you at least call for backup?
Harris wants me to screw this up. If I call for help, he's gonna do whatever it takes to make me look bad.
Where the hell are Dunham and the kid? Trace the GPS in Dunham's car. I want to know where she is now.
Who else, huh?
All they had to do was give me a chance, a fair shake, but they thought they could just drop me to the curb like a piece of garbage.
You're pathetic.
They're coming for me, not for you.
Dad.
Go!
The coals are still warm. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Stay right where you are.
Frank Sabatka.
Now my son hates me because of you.
This is how it ends.
Okay.
Stay back or I'll kill you too.
Just put the gun down.
Why should you care whether I live or die?
Here comes Harris. Yeah. He's just got that instinct about avoiding arrest.
Look away from the screen.
No, I want to see. I want to finally see my creation.
Leave my father alone.
Luke, take it easy.
Stay back! You okay?
I'm okay. Luke.
What did you do to him?
No, I didn't. He went into a trance and shot himself.
Get on your knees, son. Get on your knees.
Kid didn't do anything. But Harris won't care.
I don't get it. He knew he was killing those people.
Because it's his father.
Gee, any parallels there, Peter?
Your agent disobeyed a direct order of mine. Released Luke Dempsey and then attempted to apprehend a suspect without backup.
Agent Dunham closed this case in spite of your obstructions.
Look, listen to me, Philip.
No, you listen to me. What you're passing off as bureaucratic concern looks an awful lot like a personal vendetta. And if you push it, I will stake my career on her behalf. You decide to go after Olivia Dunham, you're going after me, and all the red tape in the world won't protect you.
You don't want to fuck with Lance Reddick, man.
There's a woman here who wants to talk to you.
She pretty?
She's right there. I'll be right here. If you need to end the conversation
Walter
for
know
any
who
reason,
she
you
is?
just say the word.
Yeah, he recognizes her.
My daughter's name was Carlo Warren.
Oh, dear.
You were the last person to see my daughter alive, and anything else you could tell me about my daughter.
What I remember is her smile.
She had a wonderful smile.
I'll tell you everything I remember about our time together.
Okay, Walter can handle it.
What's up?
First of all, I've had a couple of drinks.
You were right. Thank you.
I wanted to say that I'm sorry. You were right. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Liv, she wants you to tuck her in.
Okay.
So,
So I'll see you tomorrow?
Yeah.
is Peter gonna hook up with her sister? Okay, so it was just a weird thing of the week. After all the insane main plot of last episode, let's just catch our breath with just a weird thing of the week. It's always interesting watching how computer plots based on computer technology, age. And we're not talking donkeys years ago, but I think this is 2008, 2009. So we're talking a dozen years or so. And we're talking about, I know it's fringe science, but first of all, it's the technical details. It's like it's audio and visual. And could there theoretically be a video with the exact audio, visual things that it could mess around with your brain? Maybe, but it wouldn't be limited to computer delivery. Like you could just as easily make that a VHS tape or a television broadcast, or who knows. Who are the people that are just clicking on pop-ups? Haven't we all been trained to absolutely avoid this? And what a bizarre delivery system to kill somebody, relying on their curiosity and their lack of computer intelligence to open the file in the first place. I don't feel like we were so naive just a dozen years ago online. But in any case, that's our subplot. And Frank Sabaka, I don't know the actor's name. That's the only way I know him is Frank Sabaka, because he plays one of the great characters on The Wire. He's basically the star of season 2 of The Wire, and he's glorious in that role. Great to see him here. A bit of a Wire reunion with him and Lance Reddick, even though they have no scenes together. But yeah, just a weird thing of the week. Literally turns brains to liquid. What was his plan? Like, who was he going? Like, I mean, like you know, it's a terrorist weapon. You sell that to anybody, but you're still relying on curiosity to open it. In any case, other than the Harris subplot, where it's clear, like his last name is Harris, and he is the epitome of workplace harassment. So I guess it kind of applies. But yeah, he's clearly got a vendetta against Olivia. Anyone in that office can see it. And I get that we need to add a complication to their day-to-day lives, because right now, well, we eliminated the mole in the office in Loeb. We don't know what Jones is up to. I guess my main thought is Harris just acting independently, or was he hired for this particular assignment by another player in the two sides, in the pattern, in the underlying mythology of what we're laying out this season here on Fringe? Could Massive Dynamic pull some strings to get him doing this? Or, you know, who else in the government is involved in the two sides and the pattern and all the, like, I don't even know what words to use in describing what we're learning about yet. But I feel like he's more of a pain in the ass than a legitimate threat. I'm not feeling the legitimate fear about this guy. Every other agent that we're just, you know, like we see Broyles and Francis's reactions to him. No one's like genuinely concerned. It's more of an annoyance that the guy's here. And so that gets translated to the audience, and I feel the same way about him. I don't like him. He's a pain in the ass, but he doesn't frighten me. He's just a slime ball who's got it out for a woman who stood up to him. It's as simple as that. So we'll all cheer when he gets his comeuppance, but I have zero doubt he will get his comeuppance. I don't feel like he will do much to really complicate our lives, put us in real peril, in real jeopardy. But who knows? I could be surprised. He may take an even greater heel turn before the story's done. But yeah, in a weird way, this is kind of a catching our breath episode, isn't it? It's just like, let's just go back to the rhythm of the monster of the week for a moment. Catch our breaths after all the crazy. it's way too early to answer any of the questions that we just asked last episode. So we're going to try and make you forget about them by melting your brains. Fair enough. It's good strategy. It's good season-long plotting. I look forward to more. And we're getting into the place. I've been told by a number of you that the original season of Fringe actually filmed 21 episodes, but they only aired 20. And then the last episode, not the final episode, but that 21st episode got aired in the middle of season 2. Or it might not even have been aired, but it came out in the season 2 box set, if nothing else. But now it's like all the streaming services and YouTube carry it and everything, and it's labeled 211. But that doesn't make any sense with the chronology of the show, and therefore it should be watched back in season 1. So I will be watching that in what I've been told is its proper place between, there's not a hard and fast place for it, but people seem to think between 16 and 17 works, so that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, just in case you guys were worried or wondering about that, I've been told, and that's what I'll be doing. But I think the rest of the show works in chronological order as is, so that's what I'll be doing. This isn't like trying to figure out how to watch the Clone Wars or something. Anyway, another fun episode, and I'll be careful not to be staring at my computer for too long tonight. And with that, until next time, everybody, take care, stay healthy. We'll see you soon. Cheers.